So Danny, you would have
Me say.
Of course. Mustapha Gbande to say.
You so many.
Bibia Boko.
Bibia da from.
Jubile House any baby I boko.
Bibia da from here cry.
But say uwo Jubile House now share nyome course so Ablekuma North now. The government should be worried
About what?
The image out there. That is not what the world would want to see. Say Ghana elections, and these are the videos that should be trending.
Mother what if on Swats.
Also.
Obi near see or Ablekuma North no Bibia. It's very unfortunate. It's something that we can avoid. But it happened.
Yes.
The only issue is that Nipa at the center of it, is at the other side.
Yes.
Now, that is the only worry I have.
And there's another man, the
organizer. I'll tell you his issue.
Okay.
That one happened in my presence.
That's fine.
Now, government didn't go for elections.
Yes.
President Mahama's government did not go for Ablekuma West election.
But his party went.
No, the election was between the NDC as an entity,
yes,
and the NPP as an entity. Parliamentary candidates.
Yes.
So government have absolutely no business in that election.
That cannot be true.
I'm just telling you.
That cannot be true.
So government's role,
yes,
was omaheso na abatuo no
aye
jojo isi be na adwuma ye said ye be ya obia ho beto no ni esiye no didn't mar the election.
Are you sure?
But it was avoidable. No, the election was conducted, the election was declared, there was a winner in that election. And so it didn't affect the election that took place.
But there was a hold up at a polling station.
Of course.
I mean, 3 hours.
It's not.
Obi person or exercising the civic duty to vote.
No, this is not.
And that's an issue.
This is not the first time we've had to go for an election. Some confusion of a sort. Naya hold election for some number of hours or minutes. But we have even had elections where EC and Kasankra be late. These are small issues that will happen. But the bigger issue is I was there, Ablekuma North, as the Deputy General Secretary of the party in charge of operation, not as a government appointee. Now, every single one who have gone there, or support to NDC, went in our name as a party. For violence now. Violence is violence, but you must categorize violence. Okay. For example, near see or I was West Wagon. And your NPP na ye. It was government sponsored treasury. Because it was a national security orchestration. These were boys are almost ebimu free Ashanti region aba. Ebimu free in Kraha. Ebimu free North no ba. And a soldier phobia. Womu ye affiliated to the NPP. Womu uniform no ma kwhye national security uniform. And womu ye sadina see Iowa so West Wagon. And let it be very clear. I monitored that day, that incident, up to Bema camp. And if the NPP want us to declassify things, we will do that. If they want us to go on that tangent to declassify, we will do that. I don't speak on hearsay. I speak on the things, meaning the reports that I have. Sir, it was not an NPP orchestrated violence. It was the government that orchestrated violence against the people of Ayawaso West Wagon. And the actors could be NPP. This one that happened in Ayawaso West Wagon. Obi, this is not the first time as a political party any of our supporters will go and misbehave. This is not the first time. It is for us to take responsibility and as leaders begin to find a way, we don't see a repetition of this trend.
Yeah, but Mustapha, from the videos we've seen, when in random party supporters misbehaving, this again was coordinated into where
if you say okay as a coordinator, what does that mean?
There are videos of them behind pickups. Omunyina wo band bi ebo munsa intoma as a green color bi ebo bi ansa bi in one pickup, in many pickups. Omba be see no omunyina esi ekoye one operation. It was well coordinated and yet random at the end.
No, it's not accurate. I was there. Let me tell you.
Okay.
And upon a election setup, anajo me kohoko monitor bibia here say one, national security had no business in this election. Two, the military had no business in this election. It was an election that was being monitored and organized with the collaboration of Ghana Police Service. So that is very clear. And upana me do I set bibia we.
Yes.
Me ko 2 minua ba hawa kumsi wo ni polling station no ne da ko Newman ana na e wo ho no ene e ko di agra na me dey fi ho. We played, everybody was there. Ene e kasa ya na fi ho no ena me call the other polling station na minua samie uku ene miracles
sure
o mu gina ho bi na miracle kwa do kasa onu wedwane because Miracles was there. Obia and Fan Zanka Obia. We played, we joked. And the boys now, no friends or NDC boys. The boys were also there. At the time one no Samie Uku, all the boys were there. And as Samie Uku boy be a Brian Boaben.
Yeah, Brian Boaben someone.
No me now honum. Enti ya de yana me senior Barbara. Deputy General Secretary Administration and so be to yen tina me call number from zo babraba akoga ankra na frem na san call ni nyina ekokasa ya me fi honum say me call dan so ma area ti me call na obi afrem say oh same e frɛ wo ena me friend no so Jack na se sia e fi honum ye wo boys no akwakobo o sister Hawa o na enu akire kura no ba bia police for no afa no for rescue no am say we need to intervene. I'm so leave it for me. Yana Minya Salam Mustapha Freme. So Charlie, this is what is happening at the election. Me Rashi could do her, and I took absolute control of the situation.
Because indeed, not only your boys.
Say
were they your boys?
Woman say NDC phobia ko ABV. I was a senior officer there.
Okay.
So what I say? Okay. I was the senior officer there, so they may be our boys, but ebia no be from where be dibonia. There should be investigations will show, but yemfan so mu NDC boys. Ena me ko do ho no. Na pe menua edugita maklo MP nso abedu ho. Tibi me kan so no so abe CEO onko inside. No onko hwese enua ba how are you okay ana? Okay. Whilst I deal with the situation outside, I was begging everybody at that point. Look, I can show you the videos. If you have the video, Omobo deputy organizer now.
Lloyd
Dieno.
Benghazi pen and Lloyd Dieno.
So at the time when I me so be uncle na about one shasi and Lloyd no mean to be frank, I didn't know he was a national officer.
Okay.
And Oba, I was busy trying to coordinate and ensure that the place is clean. Sano Obia Bahobi. So you will not be able to tell whether one is MPP or one is MPP. Yes. Ube who said in this video, yes, there is some party beer. Ube who said me pia guys no.
Okay.
Lloyd no. Ebe jina me ho. Obe jina me chire. En wo fi me chire e call boys no mu a no enye we ba ku bia na afi no oba no
de na afi na oba ho
ni afi no oba no
okay
me kra de nto ofi me chire a call boys no mu na me hu say oni boys ni bi exchange na me hu an say omaso na tade no so we all rushed to go and what help his rescue and sana Rahel deputy Greater Accra regional treasurer ebo me amane say oh that is the deputy national organizer
of the NPP
okra na ma minya interest in the issue more because a national officer of a party there that should not have happened. But Obano na emranted in a chiriba. Lloyd no. If you check the video, you say Omash Omunina so nose mask. So say NDC furnish a band. Omunsunina nose mask no moba.
Lloyd neba.
Omoba. They were not coming with an intention to come and fight their colleagues in the NDC. I'm sure so one tell how Akum's in situation, no? They were also running to come and help destabilize the situation. As we were speaking, how are the omude no ko wafa gate echire ho aoko. Ti we see ya no me friend Lloyd me gen number Rahel ho na me friend no says oh Jack we okay and I say we okay na me say but modena ko hospital na wi a me ko hwe how anti me wi a me friend. Enti how are the no kwasa me oku phone so ena ye hwehwe ya ko hu se how wo Kaneshi police station omode no akodu ho and I'm so okay meba and I'm a trip me car na me kodu ho me do ya na me say they should surrender the matter to me because even at that time who say NPP and Obi we are politicians. Our enemies are not our opponents. For anybody who understands politics proper, your opponents are not your enemies. Your highest enemy can come from within. Until at that time, I insisted that how is my sister? I'll take control. Bibi Yanwa, they should ask me. Now they were a bit skeptical. I said no. It's about family and its relationship. How I name a party ni ba or NPP ni. But when it comes to a yenina extreme for, so I took control and insisted that at that time she shouldn't sit in her car, and that she should get into my car.
It wouldn't make sense whole car.
Yes, because unimo bia odinechia bone ewone team. Ebi as an own party phone will be after a chira when you into odinechia, we should be able to ward off all those things. And a fan and a call hospital or a baby. Now a Honda Michelin driver and I think it's enough to umbra back. Now from there, no, she will have an unidentified way of going to her house. In all this was to offer adequate protection
for her
and to ensure that nothing untoward happens. Everyone and who video say Lloyd say after the mabehuns and didn't the Lloyd no or yet NPP deputy national organizer.
Yes.
Nana Okono or say obejina me ho say ye national executive into ND escalate and I remember me saying na
boys
the video would show you that Lloyd actually left me and went into the crowd. And Obi, we are political organizers. Say your co-election be this is not the other one will tell you more did your co-election be na MPP folk group you baby. It doesn't matter my relationship with an MPP executive. I won't go there with provocation. And answer na me so me bu efu na me ko kire se me e bema particularly when their numbers are more. I won't go. Let's take it that at the time we were wasting, MPP supporters were not many there. You could not have entered into that crowd without having control over your own security. Now, Paso or Coca-Cola said, me, Mustapha, and I'm a signal, Obi is a lie. I'm so disappointed. So, at the I followed up, called you to check up on you. Then your conclusion is that your narrative is that I am the one behind it. And I say, one way out to Parliament, Abusi Apenyi.
Why now?
Apenyi Markins.
The minority leader.
No. Wako statement say me any Malik Basintali.
Yes.
And yeah, organize a violence, against the people. You know what I did? I called up in your markings. And I told him, Chief, you lied on me. We spoke lengthy, and I told him, sir, he says I haven't treated him fairly, but I said, all the things I've said about you, I have evidence against you. There is nothing that I have said mentioning Apenyo Markins' names without evidence. Never. I will never do that. But for you to use this as a platform to want to tarnish my image and to want to, it's not even about image, to want to associate with me to
with
something that have happened. If I wanted to be part, I will be part, and I will say that I'm part, and I may justify why I'm part, but I'm not part. Why would you try to associate me with it?
But to be fair, Mustapha said BBSC, which clearly from the videos I have looks because there was this pickup bar air bar.
I didn't even see the pickups.
Pickup be an air bar na boys nibi ewo pickup nechi. Abako ye ninsa say, oh ya mo bia how ape ene ye babebo no NDC means one was having
those
when you look at something like that na say ye nim say oye deputy general secretary in charge of operations and these elections you play means a video okay and these elections you play you played a very critical role in organization elections way more. It's then easy for anybody to say no. Then you see ebia now it was some official complicity be now being director of operations no might have known something about it. In the minority statement now or say baby obo udino or say the minority caucus strongly condemns the act of lawlessness and violence that have marred the parliamentary rerun election of 19 polling stations in Ablekuma North constituency today. We are deeply concerned by the recurrence of violent disruptions by NDC thugs led by Malik Basintali, Deputy National Communications Officer, and Mustapha Gbande, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. Videos circulating show that they are inciting, directing, and ordering acts of violence. Regrettably, senior NDC officials who should be condemning such actions because they are complicit are justifying them, implicating themselves in this assault on democracy.
So that is very disingenuous because frankly speaking, if you analyze this thing very well, at the time that the video shows that I was rather helping to de-escalate, at what time did I grant an interview
to incite
on this matter? One would have taken responsibility, which we all do as party officers. Say, party ni koye bibia. You must take vicarious responsibility. But that's not what Apenyo Markins' statement seeks to say. It seeks to tell you that I have directly incited, ordered, midwifed the commission of that act, which for me is misleading and very untruth because one, you were not on the ground. Two, even if Lloyd says Lloyd didn't even say he suspect, he's alluding to the fact and there are videos to show from when he walked in, came to where I was standing, and all the things that there are videos to show that I was rather warding off everybody, whether you are MP. And I can also show you that in that same video, there's a guy that was wearing this color, or a color by me, some call them by school. Color way blue.
No?
I was a tri-suit blue. Or your NPP Nima, about few of them were standing there. So it was not only NDC guys who were there. NPP guys were also there. So if anybody tell you that if we should go and do analysis of the video, and I'll point to you the NPP guys, except to say that all of them are brothers. So we know ourselves. So what you say? Greater Accra Youth Organizer Moses Abo.
Yeah, Moses Abo.
He was there. I didn't know beyond fan and Sankano. You see, and if situations happen, look, I can belong to the NDC, but Medi Bonia, let the law deal with me.
Deal with you as an individual.
As an individual. So you don't have to create impressions and conjecture without basis, just because you are doing it to get at me. And Apenyo Markin thinks that I have asked him to be arrested for a friend then ECG, his role at ECG. And you know, on also by Messiah 2. Wo Apenyo Markin, nobody is violent than him.
Oh, how?
Look, Apenyo Markin is no, I will sue him, but let me tell you, Apenyo Markin is not just violent, he's cruel. That guy. Well, now say where you are. Look, listen. Oh, please. Now I am a deputy general secretary of a party. Well, now say where you are.
And so intend to sue.
I'll sue him.
I'll
sue him.
The things you are saying might damage your case.
No,
I'm telling you, as Fanisami illegal.
No.
I'm telling you as a
we are dealing with the issues. I can decide not to sue him, but I'll speak to the facts, because clearly everything have proven that his statement should not have come out at all, because he did it only to realize that the evidence that is popping up doesn't support the claim he has made in that letter. It shouldn't have come out at all. Number 2. Apenyo Markin is not the chairman of NPP. He is not the general secretary of NPP. You see, when leadership break down, people take advantage and misbehave.
But he's a minority.
No, let me tell you.
The party.
Let me tell you how it works. Let me tell you how it works. The MPP took a decision, a neck sanctioned decision to decide that they will not contest the election. It holds on the minority. Any MPP officer who have gone there, the MPP's deputy general secretary said they don't take responsibility of that, because they've taken a decision that they will not participate.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So a minority that is law abiding, a minority that respect the structure of the party, when the party's general secretary have taken a decision, granted that there was violence that involved party people, okay, it is for the party to first issue a statement, because the individual running the election is not a member of parliament. She's a parliamentary candidate, who the party have barred from contesting or participating in the election. She defied the party's order and went into that election with the party.
No, when there is violence,
yes,
every association, grouping, caucus are feeling minded to want to speak about a national issue.
No, Apenyo Markin.
In this case, the party's wing in parliament, because independent we need elections now. She will be joining them in parliament.
Those who are politicians, you are a lawyer and a journalist, you don't understand how it works. Administratively, political party structures don't work like that, and those who are experienced would tell you that it doesn't work like that. What they are saying, what was the rush for? Even if you issue a statement, try and do some intellectual analysis of the issue. Try and wait for more facts to come out for our party headquarters, including our majority in parliament. If something happens, they would take cognizance of the happenings. They will interrogate him. You can condemn the violent acts without making categorical statements of people being involved without evidence.
Without evidence.
Say oba kofi no obi aba chance wa bonasum tinipa da bonasum. Ukobisa nso ye den. You see, and I got back to him and gave him evidence to show to him that you've been misled. He says the young man still insists that I ordered it. You see, when you take this kind of posturing, one, I don't think that it was fair, unless my brother Samia Uku and Salam Mustapha were setting me up. I would have been on their list. So they were setting me up and called me to come back to help in de-escalation, so that they will have a basis
to say you were
to say I was involved. I don't want to believe that. And number two, I want to tell my colleagues in the NPP that listen, and let them listen to me very attentively. I am not somebody who is a coward. Even if I am on their list, I am not afraid of anybody in the NPP from the top to the ground. Because me, I treat everybody fairly. And when you negatively develop the appetite to come after me, do that and let me know you will do that. But don't go and say what I haven't been involved in. Two, MPP a BBSC. You condemn me, you looking for solution for. One more cocofa, your boys ni bidin, and do phone yato so no matro. Wanted, alive or dead. Let me tell them. So woman na NDC ni boy B and sa HR. They will be held responsible in many ways.
How so?
I'm just telling you.
No, but
the MPP headquarters is not a police station.
I get you. But what I should hear you saying, and it's your boys see more pictures, bonting, more video, yeah, as a political party. Yeah, found we now the police, a police for.
No, these were not boys in the video.
They were in the video.
If they were in the video,
yes.
They have MPP given that to the police. So now you are saying, sir, even now you are saying, sir, Mustapha, me am here.
Yes.
Sir, penyo markings ka we na me nam kwan che no obi de bi bom ya. Hwan na fa ba. Hwan na koso ye. So obi et bi na ne bu efu. No so Mustapha na aye. No de bi bom ya. Hwan na kofa ba.
But the police statement can say obi or information be understood.
That the police have said that they are wanted dead or alive?
No, yes.
So that is what I'm talking about. That we don't use breaking a law to resolve somebody who have broken a law.
Illegality.
What is? And as political leaders, it's time for us to begin to reflect. Why do we relate with ourselves, but the grassroots get involved in this level of differences, so that we can find a better way of doing our politics devoid of violence. So MPP force pictures the hey Obi, hey, let me tell you, we have pictures of even people they have killed thinking they are dead and they are not dead. MPP, let them be very careful. They shouldn't play with anyone. The boys they used to cause violence in Ayawaso West Wagon, the people they used to demolish me my home, the people they used to hurt others, we have their pictures. Should we go on that tangent? Should we say that because they mentioned your name, so therefore we should put your picture out? So they have assumed the role of police service. We behave like Americans. We don't leave any of our soldiers behind.
Yeah, more the NDC.
Yes, the new breed of people leading the NDC. Maybe some executive will come and it will be different. But we don't leave
them behind.
We won't leave.
What it means, they say police fought through their investigations. It was a ranting in this abon in into a mobile petrol. You will not allow
one who will be in every busiam. So what the bonnet? Would the bonnet on him run a biddy? An amboa?
Yes.
Exactly. Do we disown our families because they are involved in crime? Yeah, so that's what
you are saying, sir. The party will cooperate with the police for these guys to be prosecuted if they have to be.
If I go and commit a crime, I'll be prosecuted. Who can stop it?
Would you cooperate with the police for these guys to be prosecuted if they have to? If
the police call on me and believe that I can assist in any investigation to help them identify anybody, I'll help the police. But I'm just saying that we won't throw our boys away. And so let them have it in their minds. If they malhandle any of our boys anywhere because of this incident and do not have a basis to do that, it will not be left unattended.
When your intel said they want to manhandle any of your boys,
they won't even try. You see, let me tell you, from a now on in, all we've been receiving are threats, including they will shoot and kill in Akotia. They will do that. In fact, as for my brother, a friend of them, Miracle Abwaji,
yes,
said they should go back and reorganize.
Recall
their visible forces.
That was the next question, and I may ask.
That is a good call. Let them do it.
Sir, Sisiano, also mostly the responsibility is always on the government in power.
Yeah.
Sir, your natural default position should be to defer when it comes to security to the state security apparatus.
Yes.
And in this case, to the police.
Yes.
When the government in power, party was buying elections. Now, against all the assurances, say police for say bebo elections na buying. Mo boys cause said you Kenya. Then what then becomes of the opposition? You want them to also watch you?
Oh, because
the government in power will not defer to the police, but rather bring their boys.
We are not. I'm not here. I'm not speaking to you as a government in power.
I've not said that.
I'm talking to you as a deputy general secretary of the NDC, and I'm telling you, sir.
The NDC, which has formed government,
and I'm telling you, sir. Nano basin near busy. I try say said yes, you know. The parties, you know, it doesn't go out of proportion. The NPP and their executives are busy trying to justify why they were violent in government. Let them bring the boys we used for violence. All right? We've heard that. We've taken note of it. But you see, we have not taken a decision on our Akotia election yet.
Whether
okay. The young man who died, his death is one of mixed feeling, a very sudden, you know, death.
Yeah.
Me, Enes was my classmate, and for a young man to, I said John Kuma DAB. I don't see why the good ones die and the bad ones are alive. So, NDC have not decided. We are not even talking about the election. That's how disciplined the party is. Okay? The NPP is on the street. Oh, because of what happened in Ablekuma North, they should mobilize. They should arm their boys. Akotia. Yebebu, so they should prepare. One particular one they sent me said they will kill. They will shoot and kill.
But is that not a result of Momo action in Ablekuma North?
Their actions in government is it not the result of this thing that happened in Ablekuma North? Is it not the reason some of these are happening? People lost their siblings. People lost their family members. Really, let me tell you, they shot and killed people.
They also cited Triponi. They've cited.
So if they want to go on that tangent, I won't justify the crime that have happened. Okay. But if they want to go on that tangent, it's unfortunate. But let them carry on. But I'm just saying that if the NDC decides to go for Akotia election any day, one more take Akotia, nipa.
Yes.
Nipa deseni.
Yes.
And I'll say that is the region of His Excellency Nanado.
Yes.
If the MPP want bloodshed anywhere, it is not their flag bearers region.
Their former
president's region. And a two young fan say Akotia MPP winning, NDC winning. So it's a 50-50 situation.
Yes.
It is not the place you go and perpetuate violence. Only NDC for Bekwan. We are in Accra. They should start it here.
I don't think we should even go.
I'm just saying that if they want to go by that, we are in Accra. They should start it here. But don't take it to innocent people in Akotia, where you are going to beg for votes. Your intention is to go and perpetuate violence. If we decide to go for that election, we will go there, we will campaign, we'll make sure that all the factors that contribute to winning an election are activated. We'll go through that process minus any intention of being violent. Why?
Boys, no. Said the Ablekuma North, no.
Obi mobilize, obi free, baby. Look, you are when you say mobilizer, near see why was West Wagon. People were dressed in uniforms.
Yes, that's true. Very condemnable.
They were armed.
So it should not have happened again.
Yes, but I'm saying this one, are individual citizens who have gone there to help their party in an election. Whatever has happened has happened. It's an isolated matter that can be dealt with by the police. If we interrogate the causative factors, I'm sure we'll get to that conclusion. The videos will be analyzed, faces will be shown. The law must work. Okay? So if the law must work, it is not for us to precede the law and begin to make comments that will jeopardize the investigative process by extending grounds for people to
be attacked.
No, grounds for people to feel that they must apply some sort of force beyond what they would have applied in cases of self-defense because somebody have said something. For example, Untumi case hereby. Untumi said that, oh, Manokrano, John Mahama, Beba Ashanti Region, National Security Panacho, and Sano Omaba. And I walk Okoji Bank Sika, and I went tria. If they are going to arrest you, it doesn't make sense to send 2 police officers with a handcuff. Under normal circumstances, if national security beg an individual for a former president
to go to the regional,
then when they are going to arrest you, they need CIA, they need serious sophistry, weapons, they need ammunition, they need tankers. And when
Ashanti Regional Communications,
when your own statement have led to a certain aggravated force because of your own statement, you are complaining. But you have said that national security begs you before a former president goes to your region.
Oh, but you don't think so? Okay, no, ingest.
So that is the problem. The problem is that don't do what makes people think of who you are not. I am fighting Apenyo Markins because he said something that I haven't done. So we should condemn an act, but we should not give ground for further actions to take place. And I'm just telling you that we have taken note of the various threats. Yenfre Bolga Bulldogs, Yenfre Wemo, Yenfre Group Womo, Omunyina Hani Esremfo.
Yes.
Some phone funding because NPP from Rante, I'm going and say, Bokron, we are basically on the Maomo.
Also, na radio.
Oh, you see, so Kwame Kuma the be now ye. Yeah, can't so much of your radio so young can wa him.
I say no question radio.
Into your boys no mu use the bia, maybe a ceremony.
Na say who you should be, there no be you should be out there.
Yeah, you saw the other day.
Now say my boys or more than
Metihema
baboon coffee.
Metihema catch us say your tunes after will be.
Bamu or more than Timothy the Alcotons.
I want to have fee. I want to have fee. Yeah, call by election. And some 12 number in a tons of them.
No.
And I'm not just election quite a marco. Yeah, Bruce and Johnny are one. Obi, yeah, Bruce and Johnny or one. So everybody went there because their party is having election and they love the party. That is why I told you that we will not reject our own. Never. It doesn't matter what one have done.
What did they tell you, sir? How I come in here into a bono.
And I just told right now, meaning you are here dinner.
Why?
Just I wasn't
boys the card in a tremo. So I must boys ne cobono.
No be a udi bon ye swano. Who could do bon in our papa quage ma. Now him set o papa as I done now bet you crumpa. Weba no be a that will be one who crony and yanu how much chance answer. Udi boni abetrafi. Obi, udi boni abetrafi. Ni ababe bisa wanu munzem. Nipa wo ye. So MPP for Bahan omuko police station omuka so. Ade ya si asamasi ana obtain a ball me. We can take it from there. So okay, Mustapha na ball me.
Yes.
Ya on a ball me. We no kuta saying it's a different matter.
Okay.
You see, so
my Musa this question on your way as an individual party executive. Say base party ni seek your opinion on whether say munkwa kwitia na munkwa obeka or be opposition.
I'm just
whether
saying,
you should contest or not.
I'm just saying that we are mourning NSC Agumi.
Sure.
It's a reasonable thing to do in a political atmosphere. I am not the one to announce by-elections.
I get it.
It's within the remit and authority of the General Secretary, consultatively with the National Chairman and the leader of our party, who is the president. Okay? Should they decide that we should go for an election? We'll go. Yeah, ready. But I'm just saying it is not even on our table for discussion.
For now.
But what is just worrying is the preparation. Don't forget that preparation to commit a crime is a crime.
It's itself a crime, yeah.
The preparation that because of Ablekuma North, we will meet NDC people there, we will crush them, we will fight them, we will kill them, we will shoot them. One way you now trainer Uktano. Anto. Also Mafia. And so it is for all of us as political leaders to begin to sit and reason to find a better alternative of going into elections without violence.
Very well. My main kind message is Kakana Femin Simon Ekosiisen Suni. My name is Mustapha Gbande, Nadine Komoye, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. He's in charge of operations, and Oba Studio had to come and address a particular issue. And from the minority leader in Ghana's parliament, Honorable Alexander Kwame Afenyo-Markin, I think I saw pictures say Omuo Paris, right? Attending the program. I say, Obi, Mustapha Gbande is misleading the public.
Can you imagine?
He should.
Was he in the election?
How can you? Mustapha, relax. Let me finish reading my message. I'll give you opportunity to react to which one you want to react to. Mustapha, please.
This guy
please. And I don't think you should. No. I don't think you should refer to him as this guy. No, this is a minority leader in Ghana, or an honorable member of parliament. Or say Mustapha is misleading the public. He should refrain from bringing my name in. Honorable Kwame Afenyo-Markin. Other Mustapha Nyabotre. I will come to you and then you react. Nyabotre. We say Obi. Mustapha must be mindful of his utterances and know that power is transient. We will meet them. Okay, that's not also fair. Maxwell Caesar were in Sawem. In the message be a insightful. No, I will not read because I don't think we should get it. We say Obi. Mustapha's attacks on Chief Markin are unnecessary. As someone who witnessed the incident firsthand, I can state unequivocally that it was a calculated and deliberate act. Mavis Awakumsin bore no responsibility whatsoever. She was subjected to an unprovoked assault. This was violence orchestrated by the state. Subsequently, after I managed to enter Dakoin's vehicle, the thugs encircled the vehicle, mistakenly believing it belonged to Hawa. I overheard them threatening, quote, "We will set this car on fire," unquote. So I chose to remain silent. Upon spotting a friend from the NDC, I exited the vehicle. One of the attackers grabbed my arm and demanded to know where I was headed. I responded to my NDC friend, and he allowed me to go. After we spoke, the group dispersed, seemingly convinced I was one of them. Mr. Mohammed's silence on the event that unfolded in Ablekuma North is deeply disappointing. Samuel Brian Boabin Ewo Awoshi. And or the picture about of one of the guys now in the picture the gota who gave him the gota. Operatives from national security were involved. Obi in the most of a picture or they buy in the say Abranti and the gota and the Shena Tasso. And
Brian, now no Brian.
Yes.
Brian is saying, "Sir, I'm attacking Afenyo-Markin. I never attack Afenyo-Markin. I'm responding to him. And you see, if he wants to make me his target, he should make it very clear.
Who?
I'm not somebody. I'm not somebody who decline invitations or not Afenyo-Markin. Afenyo. I'm not. You see, Obi, I'm not somebody who has evil in my mind.
Okay.
I don't like violence. But me, I like bad stuff. I like controversial stuff. Say if Apenyo Markins want to bring it on me, let him make it public.
I don't think he wants.
Let him make it public. He is saying that I am misleading what public. He didn't sign the letter.
He's not said that.
The letter is not suggesting that I incited violence.
Yes, but say your account today on this show, no, I am misleading.
Misleading how? He should have been here.
Very well.
So what account is he giving? I'm responding to his letter. I say what account?
No, and let me see if Obe tests our details in the.
We shouldn't be here. He should come and sit here and say that.
Obi, good afternoon. Please, on this issue, I can 100% believe Mustapha Gbande. I was with him at the St. John the Baptist polling station where Honorable Hawakumsin and Mustapha were teasing each other and made people laugh their hearts out. I suspect those who perpetrated the act on Hawa were from Kaswa from her past. I say the police must do the needful and stop the politicization of the issue. Eugene Eshen Elliott, on a constituency secretary, ma NDC war. Clote Kole constituency. Obi, good afternoon. Please tell Mustapha that I am enjoying him this afternoon. Alfred Kojo Treadles Edie Enono. Obi, so what stops the government in power now, the NDC, to take the committee's report after the Ayawasu election and implement it rather than fighting back at other elections? Gamel from Awutu Obrache. That I think is a very interesting point. We say, Obi, good afternoon to you. Mustapha Gbande's explanation is neither here nor there. The video evidence is clear. What happened is very dangerous and a bad precedent. The car numbers of the vehicles are showing in the video and they could be subject for investigation. We need to be very careful with this 4K men, 5K men, 3K women, and all those things. Voices of conscience must speak against this, as this can degenerate into thuggery and vigilante groups. This can cost us big time as a country. The likes of Malik Basintali and co should know that this kind of things does not win vote, but rather create unnecessary tension in the country. The earlier we stopped this, the better for our country. Also, the IGP and his team have been underwhelming. Former IGP Dampari delivered seamless by-elections. It is a shame and a dent on the security of this current government. Godi Ewo Tema. And Mustapha, and I think where somebody will talk about insightful comment, and they are there from some leading NDC executives. When we say 5K men hold cock and wait, 5K men move, 5K women, don't you think, say, a part of this subculture equates attention?
Have I made that comment?
No, I can't say other leading NDC.
I'm here to deal with Apenyo Markins issue. You also being misleading. Have I made that statement?
And you want the panel make his comment come and respond?
I'm saying that I have not made that statement.
5K men, 3K women.
To in fairness to the NPP supporters who were not there,
yes,
but because of partisan which is understandable, they think that their judgment is to the video of the attack on our sister.
On our sister, yes.
I am not defending the attack on her. Mm-hmm. I am defending the fact that somebody have written a statement to say that I have commanded, I have initiated, I have incited people to do what has happened. That is what I'm just saying, that it's not here nor there, it's unfounded. Brian Buabin, who just tested you, have also delinked the issues and linked himself up, because I was with him and his boss, Samia Uku. Then I left. In fact, when I got to Hawa Kunsum's place,
yes,
he was there.
Brian.
He was there. So at what point would you believe in the mischief orchestrated by the minority leader? So what they are saying.
Yes.
But that having said, all I needed to put on the record today
was to come and
was to say, sir,
happened and your role.
The issues are very clear. As we speak, we are law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
The police should do their work.
Okay.
Look, Obi, may you be Papa. Who you be Papa?
Yes.
It is within my principles that I will not go and say Kubi Papa, na Buru Papa. So what I say, because we are human beings.
Yes.
And number two, most of the MPP boys, including the ones they trained in South Africa how to shoot and kill, are our brothers. Look, I keep dropping these things because if the MPP jokes, we will declassify their atrocities, real atrocities that the public doesn't know, and then we can take the conversation from there. But I will insist on the Interior Minister, who is also a member of Parliament, to ensure, sir, you see some of these things as, sir, Obia ne kasa ne ejai apenyo markings ko bo police till today omo nche apenyo markings dan say yakobo police till today omo nche obi sir uye street boy na ubo obi a crime uye MP na ubo obi a, is it not a crime? Why is he working? And he has the effrontery to be writing statements.
My final
apenyo markings in the last assembly election use tax. And let me tell you, he brought them from Bema camp.
Mustapha, why are you doing the things you are complaining about? Mustapha, hold on. Musti, relax. You cannot seek to do the same things you are complaining about.
No, but you see,
and you claim say Obia defame you by comment which are so we
have to
you don't seek to be defaming.
To end the cycle of political violence.
No, I get it. And one of the things about how we deploy state security to such venues. Hold on. Relax. The American say, and the police forces for more guard elections they will not go armed. Yasaya kase ye ma soldier for and ma ye bibia we elections. On the evidence of 2024 December, any Ablekuma North, do you think that security decision no I was say it was so?
You see, your call I say not, and I at that time now IGP Damparino.
And it was sure.
Is that the election was going to be the end of political violence? You know why? Because I was there. In fact, the current IGP was there. Suraj.
Okay.
No, in fact, we actually met the POMAC members.
Okay. Okay.
And they created various command centers, police command centers that engaged stakeholders, NPP, NDC. At that time, national chairman of NPP, no hobby, general secretary, no hobby, national organizer, no hobby, my brother Lord Come no hobby. Our side were all there. We debriefed every step into the election. There were barriers that ensured that it scanned everybody. And sign the program. But you ask here no. Send the MPP for the tree alcohol. No, I'm called Bru and Crowphone be. Echo to two. I say not. Echo to two. Tio. Na Ousu Bempa. She Ousu Bempa. Ousu Bempa ne tax. Cars me nu nam. Bisa minua double. MPP double. Obeka chiro. Ena because stop you na meni omo kasa na chosa dia omo pese omo ye no mu jai. Emwa. Ask them. Dampare did everything he could. The police administration, they did everything they could that day to ensure that we had a violent-free election. They attacked Malik Basentali's car. Are you not aware?
I heard it.
They attacked Sami Jemfi's car. Are you not aware? They attack other individuals there. So when the MPP does these things,
you are rather saying, sir, the decision say police for guard elections are I
remember the police administration announced say even bodyguards of members of parliament
should not be allowed.
You see, the reason is that they can be Ablekuma North. If people were really armed, what would have happened?
If the police were armed,
not just the police. You see that you must first disarm the police to be able to disarm the civilians. All right. So any civilian that will be found with arms, they would have aggressively offended the law. Now, when there is provocation, the effects or the impact will not be as grievous when you are not armed than when
you are.
Ebia obia nkita tuo de ehonde ne boy ho obia no enku obia.
Yeah, but say no so no. The man no ye worrying ne say wo hwe video ya. Time na omo ko hawa.
Yeah.
Akwashi to asha hawa so no. Wo say they ran over the police like something.
I don't want to. I don't want because of even my involvement in the Hawa situation going. I don't want to review.
I get
the video, but I can say,
sir,
if a police officer was holding a weapon, now tutu bakwa, no kunubia, ebia no akwakobo NPP ni anase NDC ni. What will happen from there? It becomes an escalation. So that decision is not a bad one, but I'm saying, sir,
event actually said we cannot continue. But the police were helpless.
No, but the events are not the events that cannot be contained. The events are such that this is an election of 19 police
stations, yes.
So somebody will come from even Volta region to come and participate in the election. When you have a by-election, it's a national election.
Yeah.
So there is too much availability of human resource.
Yes.
So general elections, the violence are actually low because people would have scattered.
Yes.
And the violence, if it will happen, will be local based because it will be limited to the people within. But by-elections are national elections in nature. Obia kohobi.
And no, you still think, say, on the evidence of the SC war, and 2024
from 1992, was the police being armed to go for elections?
Polling stations.
I'm not too sure.
Yes, some of them the police were,
but there was violence. So we would have to, as political parties, sit down and say, look, MPP sit on this table, NDC sit on this table. Maybe Peace Council should consider establishing a committee of political compliance, okay, or a committee that will form the rules of political parties guiding elections. Right,
but the Anti-Vigilante and other related offences Act 999 is there. So
you see,
the personal bodyguard.
NPP made a law against itself because they were the real threat. They had organized groups, Bolga Bulldogs, Invisible Forces, Kandahar Boys. Can you name one single group? Azoka is an individual not having the boys. That is not vigilante. That is not organized crime.
Mustapha Gbande.
See, they had these groups. NDC doesn't have. So it's clearly an issue of political parties coming back to reorganization of elections, and that would depend on the agreement and concessions between the two major political parties. To say, look,
but you still think the soldier for they should not come anywhere close to elections?
The soldiers will be deployed when and I agreed with the previous principles regulating election. We have had, look, I was West Wagon. I'm saying that I followed them, right? When the thing happened, I followed. Because at that time, we kept telling our people that, hey, election is a national election. In fact, keep fit and call national election by election. Keep fit does not go to by election. Now, when they finish, I was in I traced it, and we know all of this. Soldiers were involved. Most of the election, like violence that I see 2024 election, and the police did so well in the 2024 election.
I don't think so.
They did so well to the extent that there wasn't violent per se, but it was an election that the NPP decided that they were going to use the military. The former army commander, he was the link. We had intelligence of the military chiefs who were attending meetings with the MPP and planning elections, and I don't know no ordinary no committees. We knew all of that.
And nothing now free say
so
the decisions you soldier for free no yen twice sa
na soldier for kwede ho
na ade police one say why na
aje one police in say
now they were
what ko ba election kitwa we na a year sia the incident that happened is unfortunate, but it is not an incident that cannot be contained in a general election.
Contained with policemen.
So look, Kumawu after a synod, yes, look at Kumawu.
Kumawu and Sana.
Kumawu the end American.
Yes.
Kumawu's election was peaceful.
Very
peaceful.
Yeah.
In fact, Kumawu campaign nanado campaign wo babiana mo na NDC for so enam kwaso ne said nanado call parliament na say no na na what happened in Asay North. I have a mukobo you because it depends on the character of the leadership. Want to be say wo be no mo ye say no mo di tu akoho. So what is here? So if the political leadership decides this thing should not happen again, there should be a time where we all decide that okay, for this election, ebia obiama allowance polling station bia o party for 4 5 and 10 betimi agina ho. Apart from that obian koda. Yanko sa election it shouldn't apply to effect of what happens in parliament or a serious election. Let's go and do simulation. Because as for Akotia the end ye be adwuma ne afa
mo be seat no se ba se mo be call election mo be win Akotia how is that going to
be na be gina force kokohwe na do wa anya obi nka he didn't exclude anybody. Everybody had a brand of Nanado's regime. It's unfortunate that the young man who have died is a good person. So there's here. Koko has a development war.
Akwetia.
Ila. Well and see. So they drew her ebedi hun come. But I'm just saying that if political leadership decide that so it's a conversation that peace council should be having. They should stop being politicians and engage political parties as children. Na yankasa. There should be a committee. Instead of going to say we are signing peace pact when EC is busy trying to rig election, we should go into election compliance conversations. What they say printing, ya police say near Bayano, we say near Bayano, we say near Bayano.
Those things are there already.
And it also happens. It also happens when the people don't have trust in the electoral commission. If you believe that in Shishaya electoral commission, they are transparent enough, the electoral commission officials are competent enough, the recruitment is transparent enough, you don't believe that a certain presiding officer is NPP, a certain presiding officer is NDC, people will now have the assurance that their votes will be counted, their vote will reflect the pattern. But if you have a commission like Jemensa DAB, no, SIC election
the same commissioner Amamo declared 2 electoral victories.
Oh, I declare my no, they counted. They count.
You won.
If you
Ablekuma North for more
if you are a good journalist and you sit here and you do bad things 5 days and you do 2 good things 2 days, you don't say that you are good. Because your responsibility is to be good and do proper journal. So niama fin 5 days. No abe mi enubia. Yentimi nkase why are there? So we should forget all the altercations that have happened in elections because people don't have the confidence in the commission. Okay? People believe that even before we go into election, the commission has given information to one political party. Oma ko staffi ballot papers. Oma ko saying ti yankoni say votes will be protected. That's what leads to these things. But if the commission does transparent recruitment, NDC and NPP, you are not capable of being an elections officer. All right. Say teacher for nebe yusua, ye yusu teacher for. Say nurse for nebe yusua, yen kase election day there. A teacher for ne a nurse for ne central for. Muna mubeye electoral commission temporary staff. So that let the politicians do their politics. Let the commission do its professional work. if that is how we are going to do it, then you are sure so be our Tiabontino. When him say Yatuabano, his votes will be counted. But until then, I think that we have a long way to go.
But I think we've spent quite some time on this issue. My main nase for passing through the show. Bibiania, you best sign sweating comobio. Why? Now Jubile House here boko there.
Bibia the din.
Must yes here come and I don't now say mu take you over there why why say my renovation we come.
Oh yeah, in fact, I don't pay cra me meeting me workers with the help of the deputy chief of staff operations and then penny for graduate see about I agree.
Yeah, loans no.
I agree. But Anka I read.
But no dear David, no dear. David, we still trouble. Give honor to where honor is due.
What is the honor?
I think to be fair. Loans no war a name honey dear. And another no green. To be fair.
But it's greener now.
Maybe.
Because there's conscious effort to keep the environment clean. And I don't think that there was no conscious effort to keep the place clean.
Okay.
I think when they realized that they were going home,
yes,
everybody now began to lose sight of responsibility, and the place became dirty.
Yes.
So work is ongoing to ensure yes, except that you see the opebre no nye abonte kwa na ewu will be because it's just cleaning, maintenance and cleaning. New things have not been bought yet. They are just
now a maintenance a wanda momo office ana.
What I do know is that
work with
because it's a high security zone. You may not want to discuss Sanya man, but I can say there's a good face uplift.
I get it.
It's accommodatable. The president is very modest in terms of how things should be looked at, and that reflects on the chain of leadership for modesty and conservation of resources. So I think that so far so good. We are making use of
on because I now know now you say small scale miners almost a consent or my statement be and they I know you are very close with the national organizer of your party. Almost citing a say Charlie or no you behind illegal tax force be a ye true or more system demo or more J miners nisika poto ewo kroma na o ma adwuma na yeden the legal concession crowd no maba no more.
I have had to share my opinion on the way the Galamsey situation is being looked at. Having said so, I can tell you an authority, sir. Joseph Yamin is my brother.
Yes.
If you touch him, you have touched me, and I'll take any responsibility for it without a blink of an eye. Unknown the national organizer of the party said ye Samuel Kumuye Juma 2016 omutuye kunyaso. We work the same, sacrifice everything. Obi, there were times, and I can tell you that there were times that you could pass chow and say 20,000 CDs and said they are a campaign. And there are things I can say up to the leadership, the last leadership of the party. Said they should ask, say, have anybody given anybody a persuasive party? We sacrifice like that as if we are stupid, but it's for the love of party. And I say this because what they have done, they tried to do to Yamin is internal. Yamin does not do. If he wants to do mining, who can stop him? Tell me, who can stop him in the NDC? If Yamin wants to do mining, who can stop him? Yamin is not doing mining. The mining sector fight is between Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Lands, National Security, and Ministry of Defense. But I've said consistently, sir, the people who are actors in this are NPP and NDC. Andra, me call Dunkwa. In my engagement with small scale miners, in the room was NDC and NPP people. In the room, just like that. But the most important thing is small scale mining, because the president's directive is that he will not allow people to mine illegally, particularly in water bodies and forest reserves. Okay? National organizer or a police, is it the interior minister? The police ni koko esto to bia you blame national organizer.
Almost national organizer now forming an illegal task force on Gaza police.
So anybody can come out and say Mustapha is having a task force. Then you believe you will ask questions. No mushe police are there now. No mushe interdier. NDC task force omuye abai. NTC will be echo and persuade echo esto to bisika yamfa yamin din sheho cause one no age before ni same din. Is that it? Is that the case?
But why do you think Omar Mustapha Gbande din?
Hey,
now Omobo.
No, Yamin is a Yamin is a peaceful person. Me, I will fight all out. Yamin is very peaceful. He is patient. Many adimi dimba asadi you man can no be anyaso. In our party, after everything, no, you won't have that peace.
But the association making the allegation and your party, they are not party.
Nah, listen, for police for your investigation. We do our investigations ourselves. We do our investigations, and I'm saying it on authority that anybody who have a claim, evidence, is either into mining
or extorting money.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
But is Yamin that hated within the party for somebody to do this to him?
He's not hated. Yamin is a grassroots person. You think the grassroots will do these things? She's lazy people who believe that they will take advantage of the system to fight the people who have really sacrificed for the system. They should stand well, because we are not people who run away from wars. It's too early to be punching destructive buttons. It's too early. It's too early to feel too empowered to want to disregard the hand. We will fight it to the last drop of blood.
Is Yamin worried about Saudi way?
I'll keep it for now. But the people who have done this must be willing to prove it. Obidi nye kwasia keke na obi ma sorry akoka fa odin say it started by saying say Yamin ye galamde komu ha ye besewa na ya obi a otamfo me. I mean, I've never woken up any day to fear who doesn't like me, because whether you like me or not, I don't eat in your house. Okay, the world is too big to contain everybody.
Yeah, sure.
The man has won election. You like give him credit. You like take the credit. You have power. Take it. But don't target his reputation. Or Onkolau. Yamin is not into mining. He's not taking a position. All right.
Officially in government.
Yamin doesn't have any role in government. Okay. So he's minding his business in his corner. Party niya asemwa ome friend obi. We all do. They call all of us. He started by Omokofa site Bia excavators by 19 old videos.
Yeah, because I've seen.
And Mustapha say NPP for also say Yamin mining site ni. Some of our people and Penifo sat down and believe in this, and you ask yourself, what kind of processing goes on? What kind of processing goes on? So we'll be a video. Oh, nipa na oya mining crowd and ya Ghana video mponi akase Ghana video. No matter statement edi ato ho say Mustapha site ni empenyi 40 ho a wo believe is ade no. If it is them, will they believe it? So wo and will be a cocker side na to so will you believe it? Hook, line and sinker. Will you take it easy? Just say the ranty air party you say Jimmy Obia kan kwase asemo ane dia to so and you have people who believe it. You know what? It's very painful. We've been nursing a lot of things and quiet.
But the thing they say, Mustapha, I would ask again, why say every conversation around illegal mining? Yamin DAP
of the Ashanti region. 90% of politicians from Ashanti region are accused to be involved in mining. Because that is the headquarters of mining.
That's proper mining.
Everybody believes, sir. And of course, a national organizer, if you accuse him, sir, or share a trainer and crop for ASADina, it may be reasonable. Because you see, all the miners, all the miners throughout the country, they have one way or the other, they are linked to politicians.
Sure.
So I may call and say, oh, but Yamin will not tell somebody to go and do illegal mining. Mining cocaine, I can say, is banned.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate Juma will be here. But in there, somebody is not complying with the law. Somebody is mining at a place where he's not supposed to mine. That is unlawful. So what you say? It is a party in India Pemwebi, not party penny buanwa. Yangas or no illegal mining. I don't think Yankas or mining. Now I mean Casso Bay mining, wait me stopping.
Say once we go through process.
Exactly. So what is the motivation in doing now and NPP papers in
front page?
No, I'm on the phone here to her. Yamin is not in mining. Chief, if he was into mining, it's a different matter. And I'm saying the NPP is not behind this one. It's internal.
From the NDC?
Yes.
No, and why would anybody in the NDC, a national organizer who worked this much to secure victory for your party? Why would
you think it's everybody who is grateful? You think it's everybody who wants John Mahama to be in power? His Excellency. You think everybody wants him to be in power?
No.
Ufisa will be our NDC no wajempa. You don't think somebody wants us to fail? Nyanka say Mustapha and Yamin they are not loved by the party. No one but it won't wash because you see, we have worked ourselves for the party. We have spent our youthful age taking risk for the party. There are people who never went anywhere. Today they are holding appointments. Campaign. There are people who have called, say, go to this area and campaign. Today they are ministers. Today they are ministers and nobody is talking. And they have the effrontery to think that you must rubbish party elders.
But why was Yamin? Is it someone who want to take positions? Decisions are on paper position.
I won't talk about that one, but I'm saying, sir, he has no position. He should be left in his corner. Look, the gratitude, the incentivizing thing is that when we go to the villages and we meet the grassroots people, they appreciate what one has done. And it's enough. And yet you go cry. We are not doing this because of big men. We are doing this to save the party at the grassroots level. Do they know the number of certificates I'm holding? You just sit down and try to destroy somebody's name for nothing after all the person have done? For what?
Is Yamin a bitter person?
He is not bitter. Time will tell. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross.
But he's not happy.
He must not be happy. It is not the case of one being happy. Look, our time now, the things we did.
Yeah.
We had people one make Ashanti regional man could throw the report to Ababa mom and Penny say, Omako you saying, Omanya who? Yes.
We're sure.
Oh,
that's how we hear Juma will be any obviously.
Oh, they own policies here. Now, yes, I deal with Namana Jubusu in we are, fear. Charlie, we've gone through all of this, and I don't want to go into things. If you don't know how to say thank you,
you keep quiet. Let
us have our peace. But if beyond that, anybody think that their business now say the they sponsor some of our people on social media to attack me. I will deal with their bosses. We have to stop it. We are in power. We have a lot to do. It has to stop. Because of love of party. The dog party, Jumapa party. No. Hey. How can a tenant dictate to a landlord?
It will not happen.
Yamin is not a bitter person, but I'm just saying that nobody should develop the appetite to try to damage his reputation.
That you will not allow.
We will fight back. It doesn't matter what it takes. We've done too much. We've sacrificed and given out too much. It will be an act of unpardonable ingratitude. You see, Yeswano, we've watched some movies. Soldier Fuya Omukokuma America. They were supposed to be moved out of the battlefield.
Yes.
And the state abandoned them. And they managed to get home. They became terrorists and took over. It was a Nigerian movie.
Yes.
Gentle Jack Moniz Adeno. When you misuse your army, it has repercussions. And we are not people who are not deep in understanding of how these things work. At least, we only love our party and we defend the party any day, any time with our lives. It is not about those who are rich and claim to be powerful, but it is about the person at the grassroots, the village person who loves the party, who is vulnerable. Somebody must defend that person, and that is why we are involved. They shouldn't press a button of destruction. We should not. The next time this happens, we'll take it a step further. Yamin is not engaged in mining. Yamin is not aiding illegal mining. If he wants to mine, the Minister of Land is his colleague. He will go to him. A national organizer is better leveraged to go through a process and get a concession and go and mine. And nothing can stop him. But where the man is minding his business, and that you decide to take a fight to his doorsteps to go and try and attack his image, the people who did the statement have been calling the number till today. It doesn't go. It's a deactivated number.
Or more number na statement na say. Ofra enko.
Dabi.
Hey. Na dey hwan mo no.
We will go to the bottom of the issues.
And you believe there is something orchestrated internally to tarnish his image, as you've made that.
I've indicated that this is not MPP.
It is internal.
Yes. You know, when they want to destroy you, they orchestrate something and give to their friends at the other side.
Now, omono di aba.
No, omono di yes.
Now, where's the MPP for?
Now, where's the MPP for? We in MPP. You find MPP for.
That's what your intel is telling you.
Yes. And if they want to doubt our organized nature of managing the party, they should look at where we have come from. Hey, yanyan kwalasa o na odo bintia eni obuo binti. Eni yedi ye hu nyina yedi aye. Unkoda yasia, ummuye meda yasia. Men saying, leave us where you find us.
But don't also create the impression say ejumeni na amumi enu pe na moye.
Dabi. The 2024 election was won by a amalgamation of a lot of factors.
Sure.
Look, MPP for cry a campaign, my MPP people, they did campaign for us because the situation was just bad. For us, we want to pray that we support the president to deliver on all the things we have told the people of Ghana, and that it will give us the opportunity to go for an election fairly. Okay.
Yes.
So we will not rig an election, but there are strategies to win an election. We'll be able to do that.
Okay.
When the president succeeds,
The party will
will succeed. So you don't at this point separate the party from government. If you do that, the government will suffer.
Would you still want to be a party executive?
I don't know. I've been trying to go and be a pastor.
Oh, pastor.
Why don't you believe it?
Mate.
Why don't you think that I can be a pastor?
Mate. Let's hope.
I've served the party. I've done what I can do.
What you can do.
And you leave early when the applause
is loudest.
Yes. If I have a reason, a very good reason why I should still serve the party, it was a privilege. Look, the party, your co-election, I was the least they thought could win election. There are people to date who work, and because we are very simple, they just watch you and disrespect you, put you in a certain category. And it's okay, it's good. If David was not underestimated, he could not have defeated Goliath. So I'm happy when
people underestimate you.
You underestimate me.
Okay.
For whom expectation favors must deliver. We promised to bring the party to power. We have done so. If I have a reason to still serve the party, and the party people still think that I'm fit for purpose to do their work, I will run. But other than that, I think that I've done.
And when you are running the same deputy general secretary,
I do not know whether I'll contest election or not. As there are early days, the president has given me
a
mandate to play. If you ask my superiors, Chief, when I'm serving you, you may dislike me. I'll give you the best of service. May mejuma so that when I'm walking away from you, I can walk with my chest out and make you feel very guilty. That is how I work in life.
My yemfa NC na yenhwem to adwumede Ekosiisen Mustapha Gbande, a deputy general secretary of the NDC, and he's in charge of operations for the party. And a party ni power, he was privileged to be appointed as the deputy is it security coordinator,
deputy director of operation.
Deputy director of operation.
6 months in opposition.
No, why busy? No, yeah, other things.
Now, I'm not campaign no radio. So,
Ekosiisen, after this short break, you didn't come. Kofiton to Abekan Sai, studio, the discussion segment, never trauma. So, stay with us.